Hello Happy Crew, my name is HappyDays and welcome to another Hearthstone Arena video. I'm taking the time to showcase all the different heroes to you. We haven't played a mage, considered one of the most popular classes in Arena. So let's give her a spin today. Her Fire Blast hero power is considered really powerful in Arena, just because you can deal, it's only 1 damage, but you can do it to anything. Enemy's minions, your minions, or even yourself. Obviously, if you pick minions with an enrage ability, you can enrage them yourself, so it gives you some functionality there with that. These are all not fantastic cards on Mage, so Bloodsail. Water Elementals, one of your strongest minions you can get, class specific obviously. The Worgen has more value, as I was just talking about. You can cast Fire Blast on it yourself. Fireball is an excellent mage spell, and you really can't get enough of them. I'd probably draw the line at 5, I suppose, but they're just so handy in Arena. 6 damage, removal, take Silverhand Knight. So for your first 10 to 15 draft picks, you're just going for whichever is the strongest card. So just go for value at first. So the Brewmaster has fairly good utility. Bloodfen's an excellent too. Blizzard is a good spell. It's not really up there with Flame Strike, but it does have a freeze, attribute it puts on your enemies. I've got a Defender of Argus already, and I'll take this just in case I don't get a Flame Strike. Flame Strike is one of the major spells you're looking to get. It's just really good for board removal. I'll take the Bluegill. It's actually rated, average, just below average. 2 damage in a charge. It's almost like a mini spell. We'll take another Raging. Duplicate is one of the new spells out with Naxxramas expansion. I've used it a few times now. It's fairly useful. I'm not a big secret player, but if I was going to play one, it'd be this. Just note, it's only when your opponent kills a minion, not if you attack with your minion. So it's not very specific, this description, but I'll take one. Flame Strike, beautiful. Probably looking in a perfect draft to 2 would be a good number of Flame Strikes. I'm a bit of a fan of Sorcerer's Apprentice because it makes your spells cheaper. I will take the Brewmaster, another 2. So you're looking to draft about 6 2-drop minions, and that's not spells, just the minions, so you can play them early game. Take another Sorcerers. So we're past the 15 card mark, so now I'm looking to even up my mana curve a bit. So I probably need a few more 2s and 3s, maybe a one or two 1-drops, and need to bulk up the late game a bit here. I'm not a fan of the Weblord. I use a lot of Battle Cry cards, so I don't want them to cost more. I'll take the Leponome for the 1, even though it's a low rated card. These are all average, below average cards. They're not the best epics to get. Mountain Giant is not good on Mage because you don't have a lot of card draw, unless you get Arcane Intellect. Ice Block. If you're to the point where you're taking fatal damage, you've probably lost anyway. Very situational where they did dig you out of a hole. I'll take the Hungry Crab. Okay. Arcane Missiles is like an average spell. You'd be preferring Fireballs and Blizzards and Flame Strikes, but early game it can just sort of remove an enemy minion, so I'll take 1. I don't have much late game and I'm on the 21st pick, so I'll take Archmage. Shieldmaster is great. This is where I've got the links in my descriptions to Trump's Arena picks. Just learning which cards are good is half the battle here, so even if you're new to Arena, if you pick the solid cards, it's going to help you along a fair bit. I'll take another Bloodsail. I'm not getting a lot of late game cards here. I'll take another Ancient Brew. Dark-Iron Dwarf is one of the strongest 4s. Another Flame Strike. I'll take the questing because it's a 3-drop and I don't know. Now, so this is where I could take either of these. They're about on par. The Warden is not good value because it only has 1 attack. So I just need to see, you know, would the 3 be a good choice here to even out the curve a bit? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only got 4 minions I would play, so I'll probably take the card draw. And a rare to finish it off. Whoa, this is an average draft. A few good spells. I'll take the Demolisher for another 3. Vaporize is good if you're playing a newer opponent. Once you've played Arena a bit, if you see a mage play a secret, you know Vaporize is one of the cards they can play. So you're going to see a minion like Light Warden come and attack you. So more often than not, you don't get the value on it. Okay, got a couple of 1s. Fair amount of 2s, so, and a couple of 3s. Should get a fairly good early game start here. Plenty of 4s. 5s are non-existent, so I've only got 1, 2, 3 late game minions. This is rather dire. So we need to make sure we have a very solid early / mid game. We should go 5 wins, hopefully a few more, depends on the card draw.
Versus Anduin.
Okay, we've got a priest first up here.
Light shall bring victory.
You asked for
Well,
it.
I've got 2 early game cards to play. I think I'll save one of the apprentices for later. Beautiful. Thing against priest is their Shadow Word Pain spell. It's a 2 mana card, and should I wait and see if he plays a Murloc? No, I'll just get it out. Shadow Word Pain, it destroys any minion with 3 or less attack, so it's just something to be mindful of against priests. And later in the game, Shadow Word Death kills a minion 5 or above attack. So
someday I'll be just like you!
I guess just against priests, it's better perhaps to play, you know, less critical minions and try and draw out those nukes from it.
The end is coming!
Oh, okay. Doomsayer. I find Doomsayer is a very low... it's considered quite a low tier minion just because it doesn't really do anything. I know it kills minions, so I guess late game. But even late game, if your opponent has that many minions, they're probably just going to wipe you out anyway. I'll take the card draw this turn because it's not worth playing minions. Beautiful. And that's basically it. So, you know, you make the best of it. I had Arcane Intellect, so I just used the turn to get card draw. And I'll possibly play Water Alley next turn. No, actually I possibly won't.
To me.
Problem with Water Elemental against a priest is it can be destroyed by a 2 mana spell. 4 is the magic attack number. Priest can't touch it. This would be a good time to play Raging Morgan. Don't play Arcane Missiles against a minion like Acolyte of Pain because every hit will give your opponent I possibly could have played Bloodfen and Sorcerer Apprentice there too, just in case he plays Shadow Word Pain. But the way I see it, the more of them you can draw out, it means it's less likely you're going to lose a card like Water Elemental.
I wonder.
You shall not pass.
Fair enough. If he doesn't kill my Worgen, I will probably enrage it myself for 2 mana. Play something like a Bloodfen, and then it gets 4 damage, so I can take out the Shield Bearer and the Acolyte of Pain in 1 turn. The magic thing about buffing the Worgen 2 is that it puts it in that 4 damage range, which means it can't die to Shadow Word Pain. So let's just play a... No, let's get the apprentice out.
Someday I'll be just like you!
Could use arcane missiles here, but I don't want to, no. So you cast it on yourself. And now basically the priest, if they've got Holy Smite, which does 2 damage, they're probably going to use it on the Worgen. If they've got an Elven Archer, they might take it out too. So you're drawing out those... So, turn 5 Holy Nova. That's a big removal out early. I wasn't even considering it, so that's fantastic. Okay, we could go questing into Bloodfen. I'm really hesitant to play this Water Elemental. Shadow Word Pain is such a common priest card. I usually get it played against me at least once every priest match in Arena, so I don't want to lose my ally that soon. Could go... The reason I don't want to play the Dwarf yet is because I wouldn't be getting value out of its Battle Cry. So we'll go questing.
Give me a quest.
Bloodfen. And if I play Arcane Missiles next turn, it'll boost it again. Pretty much as soon as I see one Shadow Word Pain, I'll play my Water Elemental. But not before. The problem with questing is, and cards that ramp up in attack, they usually die to Shadow Word Death, unfortunately. And there it is. Okay. So, interestingly though, this turn I could play Dark Iron Dwarf and buff the Bloodfen and just take out the Gnomish. So I'm using a 2 mana card to take out a 4. That'd leave me with mana hanging though.
What to do?
I could play Water Alley, trade, and Fire Blast.
The light shall burn you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for that. That's good. I suppose the Dark Iron Dwarf won't die to another Shadow Word Pain though, so...
You call that a weapon?
Having the Dwarf out just ensures that I don't lose a minion this turn. I guess another thing I'd expect soon is a Light Spawn, perhaps. I was watching one of Trump's games the other day, and his opponent priest had 4 Light Spawns, which is just insane. And they start with 5/5, so it makes them, you know, they're not a trivial minion to get rid of. If you can ever silence a Light Spawn, it's a great move, because it takes them down to 0 attack.
Let me change your mind.
Ooh. Is that 6 mana card? Possibly could have saved that until a bit later, in case I played, what's that? There's that Berserker card, 2 attacks, 7... Ooh, Mind Blast, okay. Mind Blast. This is where, Water Alley would have been good, because I could freeze that minion. So, what to play? I don't want to really keep trading minions, because although I'm keeping the board empty, I'm not really getting any attacks in. I could play Silverhand Knight. Silverhand Knight, Fire Blast at once so it trades, and...
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Done. And get an attack. I'm working on in my game, instead of clearing my opponent's board each turn, trying to get a few hits in during the game as well. Leave a comment if you got any advice on that. I find my playstyle generally steers towards just board control, but often my opponent has full HP the whole match still, so I'm trying to work on aggression here. At least if he doesn't trade the Cabal, I've got some options next turn. And taking it down to 4 health. Oh, I thought he'd heal the priest. Oh, was that a bit of a mistake there? If he'd healed his priest just then, he could have taken out one of my 4/4s. But that's cool. This could be a good flame cast turn, and that gives me 10 damage just to deal out straight away. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
To battle!
If you insist.
And that's what I was just talking about. The difference between... I normally, the old me would have just kept trading minions, but, you know, flame cast the board, got 10 attacking. If I can do that again, he's pretty much done.
Pandaria will be ours!
What is he doing? He just fireballed himself. Is that a...
Thank you.
Is that a sign of saying, yes, good game?
My apologies.
What on earth?
To
was
battle!
If you insist.
that? Take it. I mean, in any arena game, if you can get an advantage, you're going to take it, aren't you? But, let's see. Don't really think there's strategy left here. Unless he's got Flame Strike, he got my Fireball, so... Unless he's got a massive taunt, I'd almost concede if I was him. I don't know, some people like to play out the whole game. Me, I'd just rather get on to the next one. If I was facing this with 3 health, and I didn't have a taunt, I'd probably just concede. This is all well and good, but...
What you want?
See, he hasn't stopped. As you can see, like, I understand you've got to try, but it hasn't really... I don't know. That's just me. I'd rather just concede it all next game. Okay, guys, first one up. Let's see how we go next time.
Versus Valera!
Okay.
Watch
Rogue for a second match here.
back. You asked for it.
I guess when playing a rogue, you just need to be careful with minions that drop to 1 health. Because they can be taken out. 2, 3, 4. Although that's probably not the best 4. Because it's going to take back and lose my tempo, so I'll save those for later. It's much better for. The reason I took the the Brewmaster back is because it forces a minion back into your hands. When I talk about tempo, just talking about your ability to get more minions on the field, get advantage, and if you play a minion like Brewmaster, it's slowing you down by putting one of your minions away.
The pleasure is mine.
Oh, we've got a bigger motor here. Big emotion. That's cool, that's cool. Emoting's fun. We all know that. I think I'll ignore the Swampoos and just get damage in.
Die, land lover!
The reason I'm doing that is rogues don't have a lot of buffs for their cards, so I'm not worried about boosting that. Shattered Sun Cloak.
Mind if I roll need?
And she's probably going to trade anyway. No, okay, that's cool. We'll go damage. I could play Arcane Missiles, but I'd rather 3 damage. I could combo with that. I've got a chance of taking both out with spells here. But if I play this, I'll get 4 damage.
What to do? What to do?
This is one of those random, like, you can give it a try, and it might be advantageous, or it might just hit her in the face 3 times too. Oh, let's give it a go. Oh, and that's exactly what I wanted. Fire blast, okay, it kind of worked. I guess the only difference is I now don't have a second minion on the field, but I can play Shield Master if I need to talk.
Let the pain speak to me.
So, I'm probably more inclined to play Shield Master now, because if I play Water Alley, she'll attack my pirate with an Alkalite and get 2 card draws out of it.
Tazdingo!
So just these little advantages you get throughout the game, so I'm just trying to deny her card draw. So turn 5 she might assassinate the Shield Master, if she's got it, and she's toying one of her early cards.
My eyes are open.
Eviscerate. Not bad. I do love Eviscerate card on rogue, it's very useful. Water Alley will freeze, actually trade really well. Take that out. Questing, I can't play another card this turn, so that will die. Silver Hand will get, that's probably the max value this turn. If I play this, I've got a chance to, I might get a 2 to play with, or a 3 to play with that turn. I can play those 2. Leaves my Water Alley off for longer. More minions, freeze. More minions, freeze. If with a Water Elemental you can attack the hero portrait and it stops them using their attacking. No, I'll go more
Attend
minions.
me!
Die, landlubber.
Ready, sir.
The reason I'm not attacking the Farseer with the pirate is she can't take it out cleanly, so I'd rather not do it. I'd rather get attacks in on the hero. Especially if she's going to trade them anyway.
So many options.
Wanna blow something up?
Nice. So the Earthen will surely attack my 4/3 now. And then she could hero ability, take out. Yeah. Yes, I don't just want to play my own hand, I want to play my opponent's too. That's what I want to do. Okay, this turn I said I'd play the questing Panther. And that would get that up to 3/3. I can take out the... She's only got 1 damage. She left 2 mana hanging. It's a good idea if you can help it not to leave mana free.
What to do?
I guess that's wasted,
What to do?
you know, cards you could have played. Yes, I think we'll go the questing. We'll get the Water Alley up in case she deadly poisons. No, we'll go the
Give me a quest!
Panther.
Die,
Take out
landlubber.
that. So the reason I traded there is the pirate could cleanly take out the bomber in 1 hit. So now I've got 7 damage on the field. The questing's a fairly high priority target. Yeah. That's okay. So, Water Alley. If she attacks that, she'll get frozen. And I could leave the Panther Stealth for a turn. Play Defender of Argus next turn.
What to do?
So basically, she's got a 3/3 equipped. Might even draw her to use Deadly Poison, which gives 2 attack. I'm going to leave my Panther Stealth this turn because she'd likely kill that instead of the Water Elemental. Or attack the Water Elemental.
Tazdingo! Yes!
For
Your magic shall not save me.
That's a shame. So she just took the freeze effect off my water elemental, unfortunately. So unfortunately I can't flame strike and ping that for 1 damage with my fire blast. What else can we do?
I wonder.
Defender of Argus will make the Panther trade with that cleanly. And that will just trade with that. And I could get... No, I won't get that on the field. Really, I could just Fire Blast now. Get that.
What to do? What to do?
This is tough. I don't have a great solution this turn. And I'm probably going to lose my minions anyway. Like, any way I play it. Argus trades. That's going to trade regardless. Fire Blast. That trades, that trades.
I wonder.
I could play like a Dark Iron Dwarf this turn. Don't like doing that.
Time runs out on me.
I don't like using cards with Battlecry when they don't get to use it, but the way I see it, it can't die to a dagger. She might waste a spell on it, and if it doesn't die, it leaves it open to using Worgen and Defender of Argus next turn.
I wonder.
She has another Eviscerate. Oh, that's a shame.
It's time for a little blood.
Okay, so it's not worth flame striking 1 minion. I could go Brewmaster Worgen.
What
That'd
to
make her
do?
most likely to take
What
out the
to
Worgen
do?
with a dagger. Or just play the Brewmaster. Brewmaster Argus. Should take out the Argus with a dagger. That'd make this a 6/5. And then play Worgen next turn. Or
What
just
to
play
do?
Brewmaster and see
What
what
to
she does.
do?
I'll put it on your tab.
I haven't seen an Assassinate yet, so... Should I buff this now? Yeah.
My shield for Argus!
So I buffed it in the sense that now she has to either silence, assassinate, or attack this first. So it stops
Get in there and fight, maggot!
She
I've
buffed
got the
mine.
beast in my saddle.
That doesn't move. The only problem with flooding a board against a mage, like this is like Flame Strike Town, and Flame Strike hits stealth minions, so I don't know if that was very useful. Only she can answer that. I'll put the Bloodsail out
Marks the spot.
just because it gives her something to attack with the tiger. Sometimes it's good to give your opponent a target. If you don't, then of course they're going to attack your hero. But this way, you know, some people might attack it. She's got an Eviscerate, she'll take it out. Which is a shame, but I can just Flame Strike again next turn. And that'll have her top decking.
So many options.
So she's ignoring my minions. But that actually works fine for me. So, second Flame Strike.
Die, landlubber.
I think I'd rather get the Worgen out. Although the Leper Gnome potentially does 4 damage at this stage of the game, so has more value because she's closer to lethal. But basically, if she doesn't...
Mistakes were made.
Well played.
It only does 1 damage.
Thank
Alright,
you.
that's game. Okay. I don't think I made too many minor errors in there. If you would have done anything different, leave me a comment. Don't forget to join our Happy Crew, leave a comment, like or subscribe, and I'll see you next game.